In 2008, my wife Marcella Eversole and I founded the College of Visionaries and Wizards, where I teach students all around the world how to read birth charts the way I do. But more than teaching the soul level astrology that I created back in 1987, I'm teaching students how to live by the soul. As I remind them through the 3 year program where we meet each week between September and December and between February and June, I remind them that in soul level astrology, the soul comes first. So, in order to read a birth chart from the soul, you have to learn how to live from the soul, come from the soul. This is different than most astrology, which is something that people do apart from their life. They have their life and their relationships and their various pursuits and friendships, and then they go into this astrology thing. Soul level astrology is a way to live by the soul so that you're doing everything from your core self rather than your substitute self, the imposter self that's taken over the world. In order to teach this way and in order to learn that way, it takes a lot of trust. I build trust into the program by exposing my own vulnerabilities. I don't come off as the all knowing guru, but as a very human being who has wrestled and continues to wrestle with my own imperfections. And that vulnerability encourages the students, even from the very beginning of semester one. We have 6 semesters during 3 years. And even from the beginning of level one, I tend to generate a class situation online where people are willing to expose themselves because they feel held by my unconditional embrace. I do not create a situation where you have to only bring your best self and your polish into our shared classroom, but the wholeness of you. That creates an atmosphere where a vulnerability combined with penetrating insight and unconditional acceptance makes the astrology ideas that I teach have a supportive environment of deep trust, deep faith, unconditional acceptance. So there's a lot of crying and laughing that goes on in the classroom as the semblances dissolve, as the masks come off, and the soul comes to the fore. It's kind of a sneaky way to teach people to live by the soul by offering to teach them soul level astrology. We also meet once a year in the summer in our home here in the mountains of southern Vermont, where even deeper trust, telepathic communication, and transformation occurs in the summertime. I'm very happy that since 2008, we've graduated 50 students with certificates in soul level astrology. And there's a current group that I'm teaching now that is finishing up semester two. But we still have room for some more students to come in. If they take our summer self-study program, they can catch up with the recordings of the first 2 semesters, and they can join us live online in the fall when we start up level 3. This is one of the most satisfying things I do. When I began teaching the chart study program, in 2008, I looked at it as a sideline compared to my main line of doing astrology readings for people all around the world. But little by little, the power of my teaching took over more and more to where I now feel equally, if not more, satisfied by teaching my students than I do by doing my soul level astrology readings. It's become a great source of satisfaction. And I finally ironed out the kinks of the system because it took me years to design the program, um, to make it as deeply anchored and real and transformative as it was mystical, cosmic, and astrological.